Peekaboo is your favorite song on this record?
It is definitely my favorite record on GNX, which is a classic album. Do you think GNX is a classic album?
For sure. But what's he doing? What's the sample at the beginning before the verse starts? Give a helping hand.
Give a helping hand. A lot of
Yeah.
people think that's a reference to the Helping Hand challenge that XXS Tentacion had, which then Drake basically took from him to do the God's Plan thing, where he was giving out money in his God Plan video, because this a lot of people believe there's references to XXS Tentacion throughout this song and that beef that X had with Drake. The very public, but
That's from Give Me a Helping Hand by Little Beaver. Very soulful. This whole record has a very soulful feel to it. What's going on underneath the rhyming within the beat? Because this is a great beat, very propulsive, very kind of dark.
pulsating, kind of like doom 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 doom. That's like the bass line, and it feels almost like old school Detroit
Mm,
techno or Chicago house
mm.
with that like funk soul like rhythm, because it's on like that West Coast rhythm. So I love this beat because it's very imaginative, and it comes from that Bay Area sound that started being more popular in LA in recent times, and it just feels unique. It's just
He
dope.
he jumps right into the chorus instead of starting with a verse. It's an interesting chorus. I mean, this whole song, there's fewer words and rhymes in this song than a normal Kendrick song. But the chorus is it. What is he doing in the chorus?
Rhythm, playing with rhythm. And this is why I love this song, because I rap and I love rapping. And the number one thing, and Tyler the Creator said this too, Kendrick is still trying new flows. He's still
Mm,
trying to give you something new. While every other rapper either sounds like they're bringing something back from a certain time, or they're taking they all kind of have that trap influence, triplet flow. A lot of people, even the lyrical people, have adopted this triplet flow that Kendrick used to do, right? Very fast triplets. So, like, because I would say Kendrick had like an augmented version of a Migos flow on a lot of his songs on Damn, right? That was his most popular album. This right here is almost off the beat. What they talking about? They talking about nothing. What they talking about? They talking about nothing. They talking about nothing comes before the downbeat, whereas what they talking about is on the downbeat, and that makes it like rigid and interesting, because you're like, oh, it feels like it's full character, and it's not about being in the pocket. And I love that. I absolutely love that, because it makes you feel the character and delivery that he's doing, the voice and delivery that he's doing. You're like, oh, what they talking about? They talking about nothing. It
well,
sounds like it's a scene from a movie more than it sounds
it
like a
it
chorus.
yes, it does. It sounds like two people talking to each
Yes.
other, two gangsters talking about, what's going on over there,
Yeah.
ain't shit. And it's basically, I am not worried about them because they ain't shit. I'm the fucking man. Um,
Exactly.
and I do
I'm the
the
man.
rhythmic piece that you said helps me understand why it feels like a call and response, why it feels like the two beats of sound are like pushed up against each other, because what they talking about is behind the beat, and then they talk about nothing is ahead of the beat. So they
Which
seem to
implies dialogue.
right.
So if most rap is monologue, I'm saying this to you guys from my point of view. What they talk about nothing, implies to you that this person interrupted the is like didn't give you time and let you know they ain't talking about nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why are you even asking me that question? Because they ain't even talk about nothing. So it implies the dialogue of and why you felt like two gangsters having this conversation. And that is beautiful. Whereas
Why?
most people are making a chorus to try to be catchy
Yeah.
and sing-songy and rhythmically pleasing. This is making it catchy because of how you have to think about the dialogue between the situation. And I thought that's
And
why I love this chorus
and
so
he
much.
strings this rhythm through the piece by almost every line starts with the word peekaboo, right? Or at least in the third
Yeah.
verse, he breaks from that. But in the first two verses, he's doing it. So what's he doing there?
Here, and I love we're doing this because we're talking about songwriting and him genius as a songwriter, because we all know that he has multi layers writing capability, right? He's using entendres, metonymies, metaphors, all this. But anyways, songwriting wise, I just gave you a chorus that is very unfamiliar and is like dialogue, like I said. So I still need to catch you into this song. So the whole song needs to be a chorus. This is another hook. Peekaboo. I just put them boogers on my chain. Peekaboo. 80 pointers like a Kobe game. So the hook is also the verse. And that's what's so beautiful about this song. As a songwriter, I'm like, this is amazing. So, and then Kendrick states on Whacked Out Murals that, look, man, this is not about double entendres. I just want y'all to feel me. And that's basically the premise of this whole project, right? But this nigga can't help himself. And off top, I just put the boogers on my chain, peekaboo, 80 pointers like a Kobe game, simile, and a double entendre. The boogers on the chain are diamonds. The 80 pointer like a Kobe game, that's the direct simile. And the 80 pointers is the 8 carat like diamonds, reference to 8 carat diamonds.
Wait, the 80 pointers is where you get the double entendre because Kobe scored 80 points famously, right? Huge moment for him and the Lakers fans.
Yeah.
But then an 80 pointer would represent the big diamonds that he just put in his chain.
Yeah.
So it's about, I mean, the 7.62 of which is a reference to the caliber of bullet in an AK-47 relates to Kobe?
Yes, he just said 81 pointers like a Kobe game, and 7.62. Kobe in that game famously had 7 3-pointers, 6 rebounds, and 2.
Oh, so we have a double entendre that covers from like the first line to the second line, and then the one that goes from the second line to the third line. And the middle, so there's an overlap, but then there's a double entendre that doesn't include that part. Like, what are we doing?
There seems to be in the whole peekaboo thing, you have the motif of the word peekaboo, which is referencing is like I'll surprise this. I could pull up on you. Then you have seemingly an extended entendre about like I'll get you murked, right? And then it seems like there's an and with those two lines, an extended metaphor about shooting somebody, and then an extended entendre. That's crazy. Like that's like.
But it's like but it's two different double entendres right together, and then make them
the
go on.
The Kobe part is both. Yeah, the Kobe's up front on the first line, and then the Kobe part is in the behind on the second line. And then if you switch them around, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So 81 pointers like a Kobe game, it's a double entendre, and the Kobe's more apparent. And the second one, the bullet.
Make them plank because when you get shot in the head, your body will get stiff, rigor mortis. So to make you stiff and hard. Like, okay, wait, popping out. You better not smut my name. We're really talking to Drake here, right? Like this is low key talking to Drake, right?
This is high key talking to Drake. This is one saying that the whole thing is that don't get it fucked up. We can pull up on you. And I'm from this life. That's what this whole thing is. It's like, what are they talking about? Are they really trying to take it there? Oh no, they ain't talking. You ain't trying to take it there. That's what this song is about.
What are they talking about? What are they talking about? They ain't talking about shit because they're not really about this life. Because I could peekaboo, I could pop up out of nowhere and fuck your shit up. And you wouldn't see me coming.
Off the board.
2 foreigns on the 405, 2 foreign cars, BMW, Mercedes, something like that. Porsche, whatever, Alfa Romeo or whatever on the 405. What's the next line?
Cacio Pepe, if I'm doing pasta. This one, people like to say that it's like, it doesn't even sound like that when he says it in the verse. It doesn't sound like he's saying that word, but it could also just be accent and syllable thing. But a lot of people like to reference that to not only the fact that, he's talking about the dish if he's doing pasta, but also like he'll pepper somebody up, and pasta being like cheese in the head, turn their brain to pasta.
Why you so right now we're talking to Drake. Why you acting tough on IG Live?
Yeah.
You know my little niggas off they rock
Off
with,
that
so
rock.
we'll fuck your shit. So wait, what so you have a big thing about the next line because we go right into AZ's verse, which
Oh,
we
yeah.
realized is what we different than what we thought it was.
Yeah, like, so surprise, bitch, it's that nigga checking cheese. And he confirmed that. And
Cheese.
And let me say something.
What? Because I don't know what you said right there.
I never said Chuck E. Cheese.
That's what it say right here, too.
I know. I never said CHIKE cheese. I said checking cheese.
Oh.
Like you check cheese out the bitch? Like, it's that nigga checking cheese.
I would have bet my house that you said.
No.
I thought you said Chuck E. Cheese.
But, you know, the people can say what they want.
Chuck E. Cheese, like he's saying Chuck E. Cheese, like the character or the birthday, you know, Chuck E. Cheese. Kids go to Chuck E. Cheese.
Is it a
and that
mouse?
Mouse would come out. The mouse would come out during the pizza party and surprise the kids. So you say, surprise, bitch, it's that nigga Chuck E. Cheese.
I mean, there's no surprise when you go to Chuck E. Cheese. You know Chuck E. Cheese will come. There's no surprise aspect to Chuck E. Cheese. Like,
What are you talking about?
he's not
He
a
ain't never
surprise.
been to Chuck E.
He's
Cheese.
supposed to be there. Are you surprised when you find Mickey Mouse at Disney World? Like, you know he's there.
Yes.
You went-
It is. I thought also changing his name because it was Chuck E. Cheese and Chuck E. Cheese. It was cool. It was fun. The line was actually fun. Now I'm still rocking with it. That's still my man's. It's AZ Chuck all day.
See, what I like
I love
is
Chuck E.
that
Cheese.
you and many others thought it was one thing, and then you found out it was something else, and you're like, womp womp. It was better what we our mishearing was better.
So prefer Chuck E. Cheese than anything else. Like, I
it's funny.
so prefer that.
It's
funny
funny.
as hell. It's funny as hell. But his voice and tone is funny already. His delivery is crazy. He slid on this entire song, and either way, it's still my shit. Like, let me FaceTime my odd bitch. I'm up the street. That's so fucking hilarious. That is so hilarious. It's
That's funny.
real.
That's
It's
funny.
real as shit, but it's also hilarious. And yeah, it's AZ. I'm putting something to sleep. He on the ground. I'm praise God and start stomping feet. It's like, I ain't letting you run away. You getting this? I put 10 on his face, bitch. My shooter plane. I hit it from the back. I told her move her hands. He's already switched up. Switched up the flow. He's like, let me just get these lines off. And he's talking about women. Then slide my thumb where her at. I'm on your top. I'm with Dot. Bitch, don't look back. And then goes back to the chorus.
If you're a young MC like AZ and you're getting on a song with Kendrick, are you nervous? Are you excited? Do you feel pressure? Do you feel like this could change my career or my life?
You either, it's literally Eminem's "You better lose yourself in the music moment, you own it, you better never let it go, you only got one shot." That is literally it. So when you're in these situations, it's like you have to show up. Like, if you don't do what you're supposed to do, you're not going to make the record. You're not going to have that accolade or accomplishment on your resume. You
make a good point that a lot of us don't realize. Just because you went in the booth and recorded doesn't mean they have to keep it. So you are constantly fighting to make sure. So, like, just because they called him and said come through doesn't mean they won't cut it after he leaves. Like, the verse ain't that. It ain't all that. It could be great, and it just don't feel right. Right? So you got to make sure you get on the record. But he's probably
Kendrick said that to him.
Dot said, like, just be you, but make sure whatever you rap, make sure you say something to where when they hear this, they be like, who the fuck is this? That's all he said. Walked out the room.
Because that's the point, to be memorable. To be memorable, to be remembered. So now, verse 3, he goes to a different thing, a different level. We lose the Peekaboo refrain, but now he's doing Fat Albert.
Oh, hey. That's my bitch. So they went into the chorus, and the thing that's interesting about this is more like a bridge. But he definitely left the refrain. But I would call this more like a bridge, because my whole point with how much I love this song is how great of a songwriter Kendrick is. He's using very, very cut and dry, hooky songwriter tactics in a very non-pop song. And I think that's amazing because this is more plays as a bridge because it's bridging the chorus into the next verse and then it comes back.
So wait, why do we jump into the Bill Cosby, Fat Albert? Hey, that's my bitch.
Well, if you think about it, it's two ways of doing that. It's making a joke about it, but you're also saying like, hey, don't talk about my woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't like no. Like this is my.
Oh, that's Drake talking. Drake is the Bill Cosby here saying, that's my bitch. That's what he's saying.
You could take it that way as well. Because like I said, I think people should think about this verse and some of these verses as Kendrick not speaking from his point of view the entire time in the song.
Why does he do it twice in a row?
All that fake shit. Say it again.
Why does he do it twice in a row?
I think it's just because it's interesting. I think it's like I said, it's hooky.
It's definitely changing the vibe of this record to something a little more jokey, and he's been kind of ill, like tonal.
Yeah, I think it's the whole thing of they ain't talking about nothing. It's like, oh, it's not that serious. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. Huh? You know what I'm saying? It's like that old thing, right? This song is so hilarious. Anyone who doesn't like this song, I don't get them. You take your life too seriously.
Double Park It All. You got to understand the song. So Double Park It All at Tams. Tams is like a famous burger place in LA area. So to double park it all at Tams, so like we said, he's saying, I'm from this, you are not. So to say that you're double parking at a place where everybody knows to double park there means like nobody's going to give me no damn problems here. I'm from here. I'm going to double park this bitch at Tabs. And then Mr. Get Off on Your Man's like, I'm going to double park this shit, come up out the whip and beat your ass while you getting a burger, nigga. Like, it's like double parking on the Tabs, come on that joint, it's squabble time. If he hating disrespect, you better follow up with hands.
Losses to the neck, but now I'm trophied up. I'm saying like bing, bop, boom, bop.
Losses to the neck. So you're going to lose. I'm going to get the trophy. And then this is an
already trophied up. That's the very important part. It's like, I'm already trophied up. I already have all the wins. I beat you. I beat everyone I'm against. I beat the odds to get to where I'm at. I'm trophied up. I'm accredited, sir. So and then I'm gonna hit you with all these hands, bing bop, boom bop. So play this out like a movie scene. He double parked at Tams, gets out of the car, and says, "Nigga, do you know who I am?" Oh, whop 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 whop. And then he runs your pockets and says, "Don't ever come around here because you aren't the type of person I am." He just laid out the whole scene for you. You can see it.
Yes, but where we did in Not Like Us, an automatopoeia of beating you up that seems very serious and malevolent. Whop, whop, whop. That's very aggressive, right? And I felt that this is more of a jokey. This is like what Batman would do. And I'm not criticizing. I'm just saying, like, this is more of a silly kind of bing, bop, boom, bop. It sounds like, somebody like falling down the stairs in a cartoon.
Exactly. It's freaking wham, bang, Batman.
And
I love that you said that because the non-seriousness of the song is the point, and the undercurrent of the message of the song is you're not serious. So like you don't understand where I'm coming from. So it's like, I was battling with you. It's like, I thought, you ain't fucking. What they talk? They ain't talking about nothing. What did you say something? You ain't saying something. You a bitch. That's what the whole song is, and that's to beautifully capture that emotion in that like space in one song. I think is genius. That's why. Yeah. So
the type of shit I'm on, you wouldn't understand. We're talking to Drake. The type of skits I'm on, you wouldn't understand. What does he mean? Skits I'm on.
Pull a skit in LA slang is like Rob. So like I said, if I do a whole breakdown of the whole thing as a scene. You double parked it, came out the car, beat this man up for playing around with your name, and ran his pockets because, dog, this is big dog business. Don't even come around here. You got change on you. It's like you don't even need the $5 in his pocket, but you do it just so he knows that, like, we take your money after we beat you up. It's like, I'm not gonna just beat you up and get the glory. I'm taking your funds or whatever you have on you after you just got laid out. So that's it's just more disrespect.
Well, AZ did well enough to get 2 verses on the record.
He killed it.
Broke bitch business. I could not be your man. Both times he's definitely like listening to Dot and picking up, right? Like he just said big dog business, and now he says broke bitch business, right? So he's clearly like, I am bookending, I'm responding to you. He does that in the other one because he says, you know, my little niggas off they rocka. And then the first time he surprise bitch. So he's like, you know, like I'm that crazy motherfucker. Yeah. I could not be your man, Drake. I could not fuck with you. Never got his ass whooped until we opened up that can.
Yep.
Damn, alley-oop me bands. I'm a slam jam. Alley-oop me bands? Like money?
Well, it's basically, damn, alley-oop me bands, I'm a slam jam. So basically saying that, like, it's like even being on this song with Kendrick is an oop, right? It's like you just kind of ooped me these bands. Like, you gave me this chance and I'm going to finish. I'm going to dunk it. As well as on the street, like if he is that little nigga, it's like, oh, you told me to go do this, I'm going to get it done. Like I'm a finisher. That's all that's saying. It's like I'm a finisher and I'm gonna get up because
play that option. Oh, freak bitch, I like my Mac touching yams.
He talked about this in his interview where he talked about the lyrics, and I'm gonna see if we could try to we definitely should try to get him on this show
for sure.
About it. Matt, he interpreted in
so he's talking about the food that was double, maybe triple. He's talking about the food touching, which is a thing. Some people like their food separated. Some people don't mind if their food touches on the plate. So that's one thing. But obviously, he's also talking about his Mac touching yams. What would yams be if he's talking about the gun?
He didn't reference the double entendre in that. He said it was straightforward, just the Mac touching yams when he said that. But he could have just been not one.
Wait, hold on. I'm on Genius, and they're already saying that yams represents a woman's body.
No, that's 100% that.
So then
the gun references.
Well, I'm trying to find the triple entendre because I think it's probably is. So we talk about the food. If yams is a woman's body, then what would Mac be?
His dick, nigga. I'm time saving.
I've never heard. It makes sense. I've never heard that. You've heard that slang before? That for that?
Stick. Your gun is a penis. A stick is a penis. Your Mac
okay.
Is a penis.
Okay. All right. So that's 2. And then Mac. If the Mac is the Mac 10, then what's yams?
What are you talking about? If Mac. That's the one that he didn't reference. But let me because I'm time stamping this. Let me do it again. So let's say that whole thing again, so we could just cut.
So I think this is a triple entendre because I see the food reference, right? And this is a thing. Some people like their food to be separated on the plate. Some people don't mind if their yams touch their Mac, touch the chicken, whatever. So that's for me, one thing.
Touch, everything good touch.
and then then there's yams as a woman's assets, and thus the Mac would be
the Mac's obviously, the guy, and the yams being ass or straight
booty,
to it.
Right?
Yeah. So that.
But then if Mac is a Mac 10, then what would you?
Okay, I would. And I'm going to let anyone say this is a reach because you could say the Mac and the yams being like someone's brains blown out, right? But I wouldn't say that just because he even referenced that in an interview saying that he wasn't thinking about the gun reference, just the two double entendre. It wasn't a triple. He didn't think about the triple or whatever. But he could have also not been wanting to put out the fact that he was referencing violence.
Yeah, I mean, an LA rapper said Mac and wasn't talking about a Mac 10.
Yeah. I just want to make sure that we put out the fact that he even said, he's like, oh, nah. But
Sometimes you
like
gotta take what these artists say about their own work with a grain of salt because they be trying to throw us off.
100%. Because there's politics when it comes to that in so many ways.
Play that op shit around me. I'm gonna tell you, turn it off.
Turn it off.
Heard what happened to what's this? Heard what happened to your man's.
Not sorry for your loss.
That's a Drake reference. Who's he talking about?
It can be.
Sorry for your loss.
Sorry for your her loss, as in her loss, or whatever like that.
Yeah.
I don't know who the man's was unless it is you're just talking about Drake himself. Like, I don't know if he's talking about Drake's man's or talking about Drake himself. And sorry for your loss can be that. I think it's also straightforward, more so. On that one, I think it's straightforward more so, and not like, hey, this is a shot.
Should have prayed before them. Here's a Jesus reference. Should have prayed before them shooters came and nailed him to the cross. I let your boy get a pass, bitch. You lucky he saw for what? What was he talking about?
I think it's plain and simple. He said, I let your boy get a pass. You lucky he's soft. It's like, I let him not get shot because he's not with it. He's not from this life, so I'm letting you slide. Just that simple.
It's interesting that...
And then you go back to that beautiful chorus.
It's interesting that after the battle, which had a lot of multi-entendre moments, he chose to come back with G and X, which is much more direct. There's some doubles here, but for the most part, the language is direct and simple and to the point more than the deconstruct me Kendrick, right? So he's trying to like hit you harder.
He's trying to make things bang more. I always like to say that the entendres are there. We just went through a bunch of 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah.
I think the imageries and the double meanings through imagery and different use of language isn't there. And they're like talking about peekaboo, then a line, peekaboo, then a line, versus like reincarnated where this dude's rapping from this perspective and this perspective, and you're trying to catch the meaning of who's who, when's what. And you know what I'm saying? So this is more condensed and the punchlines are just right there in your face. But there's punchlines and there's on double entendres. They're just simpler.